My name is Ananth Iyer. I'm a professor here at the Krannert School of Management, and this video talks a little bit about the Executive MBA course on Operations and Supply Chain Management. When I use the word operations deals with the basic structure that's used to deliver the product or service. It's really important to think about the skeleton, the basic sort of the layout of how the system is organized. And when you think about how the system is organized, there are three decisions that are key to organizing operations. And those decisions deal with capacity, inventory, and lead time. So let me explain what I mean by that. When you walk into any system, a retail store, or when you go to an airport, or when you go to an insurance service, one of the things that's worth thinking about is, well, what is their capacity to deliver service? How big can they get? How quickly can they provide service? How much capacity do they have in terms of their personnel? That's capacity, and that's a strategic choice. However, the second question you might ask is, if you're looking at a product, how much inventory do they have? If you go to a Walmart and you're buying a product, you say, well, how much inventory does Walmart carry? Not just in the store, but if you visualize, back in their warehouse, back at the manufacturer, etc. That's the inventory decision. The third decision deals with lead time. If you ask for something, how long does it take for you to get it? If you go to a retail store and the product is there, you pick it up. But if you're ordering custom furniture, it takes them a while. That's lead time. So the first thing we start looking at is, how does a company organize itself along the capacity, inventory, lead time spectrum in order to deliver their service? Now you might ask, well, in making these decisions, what should they be thinking about? Well, clearly they should be thinking about profitability, and they should be thinking about service expectations. With respect to service expectations, if you're traveling in an airplane, on-time arrival is a service expectation. Well, in order to guarantee a certain on-time arrival, the airline has to do a lot of things at the back end. And that is decide what mix of airplanes to have, how much extra parts to have if there's a problem with the airplane, how many extra airplanes to have, landing slots, pilots, the personnel to run the airplane, etc., etc. All of those are choices. And those are decisions that managers should be making. There's always a trade-off between capacity, inventory, and lead time. If you never want to make anybody wait, you just need to have a lot of capacity on standby, and that may be expensive. That's a case where people are paying for service. On the other hand, if you want quick service, but you don't want to have all that extra capacity, then you probably need to standardize the product a little bit. With standardized product, you can make the product in advance, you can make the burgers in advance, you can make the furniture in advance, and people buy what's available rather than what they specifically want. So capacity, inventory, lead time are key decisions. What we do in this course is to look at these decisions and figure out what it means to make optimal decisions. And by the word optimal, I mean profit maximizing that delivers the expected level of service. Our examples deal with both service industries, which are hospitals, banks, insurance companies, as well as manufacturing companies, grocery stores, automobile manufacturing, electronics manufacturing. That's the initial set of topics we'll discuss. We'll then move on to talk about a supply chain. And when we think about a supply chain, we should think about the chain structure and ownership, capacity choices that I just mentioned, but also coordination agreements and competitiveness. What we do is take these 4 C's and apply it to a global supply chain. We think about make-buy decisions. Should I do this step myself or outsource it? In terms of outsourcing, where in the world should I produce this product? And what are the trade-offs between cost and lead time for supply? And finally, how do I pull all of my assets together across the globe so as to deliver a competitive operation? One of the things that's important in making these decisions is to both quantify the impact of choices as well as get a good sense of what is happening right now. What are the choices companies are making? Where is production moving to? And how can I be somebody who can read something in the newspaper or read an article in a popular publication, but then have an opinion? How do I analyze the choices this company has made and think about the choices I would make? The course provides both a context in which decisions are made, as well as capabilities and tools so that you as a student or our executive students can actually generate the numbers that are required to make effective decisions. I look forward to seeing you in my classes, and more importantly, in engaging in a discussion as to how these capabilities can be made use of in your firm to make your firm globally competitive.